Hi everyone, this is Darrell Mooney and welcome to my Family Literacy Night. It is for 1st through 4th grades. My theme is Everything Under the Sea, Ocean Animals. And my slogan is Dive into Reading Under the Sea. I chose this theme because I love going to the beach and snorkeling and learning about different ocean animals. I really thought it would be fun and engaging for students. When I taught 3rd grade, my students always enjoyed reading books about ocean animals and engaging in crafts and projects. So I really thought this theme would be captivating and thrilling for students. So let's dive into Reading Under the Sea. The first book is Commotion in the Ocean by David Andrea. It is a big book of poems that talk about the lives of sea animals such as turtles, crabs, dolphins, jellyfish, different types of fish, sharks, whales, and much more. The poems describe the animals, discuss their habitats, and also gives neat facts about each of the animals. During my event night, I would have a volunteer reader, such as a parent, teacher, or librarian, read this book and have the students interact with the poems. It could be used as an interactive poetry lesson. Students could use story props during the reading. I could also have students volunteer to come up and read the poem. My second book is Mr. Seahorse by Eric Carle. It is a beautifully written children's book that shares the story of how a seahorse family is trying to protect their eggs. As the seahorses travel through the sea, they stumble upon different animals in hiding. The illustrations of this book really captivate the reader and depict how camouflage is used by sea animals. So during my event, this book would be used as a read aloud, and then the topic of camouflage could be discussed. There are endless craft-related activities that this book could be used for. The students could use watercolor paint and paint the different animals. They could draw an animal in their natural habitat. They could use glue and tissue paper and create their own seahorses. I chose this book to be used as my book talk and also my literature response engagement activity. The response activity is called Tabletop Twitter, and that is where there would be different chart papers around the room and students would be split up in groups and they would answer that question on the chart paper using hashtags to describe some of the elements found in the book. And then after they answer the question, they would discuss their answers with the peers. So this response activity really promotes social collaboration, and it also enhances comprehension in a fun and engaging way. My previous students have always enjoyed doing this activity. The next book is In the Sea by David Elliott. This is also a book of poetry. The illustrations by Holly Mead, in my opinion, are phenomenal. They're so captivating and engaging. The poems vividly describe the appearances and habitats of the different sea creatures. So with this book, students can learn the elements of poetry. They could learn what a habitat is. They could explain the differences in habitats for several of the animals in the book. They could compare the animals' lifestyles. During my event, this would be used as an interactive rhyming lesson or along with the website MontereyBayAquarium.org, which I will show you here in a few minutes. This website correlated with the book really shows the live action of the different sea animals. My next resource is actually a YouTube video. It's called Coral Kingdom, What Sam Sees, and this diver explores a coral reef and the different animals that live there. It is actually a part of a YouTube channel called National Geographic Kids, in which there are hundreds of videos pertaining to ocean animals that students could explore. During my events, they could use iPads to watch different videos. I think they would spark a child's interest in ocean animals through the thrilling videos. This also correlates with the website called National Geographic Kids Ocean Portal, and it's a great extension activity for researching more information about ocean animals. There are videos, games, activities, pictures that students could engage in. During my event, it could be used in correlation with the YouTube videos as a way for children to explore ocean animals. My next resource is MontereyBayAquarium.org. It is a website that contains appealing pictures of sea animals. They can watch live cameras of the animals in their habitats. Students can watch employees of the aquarium feed the animals. They can interact with games and activities. They can download an ebook. There is also curriculum on the website available for teachers. There are many games and activities that students can engage in. Here is my flyer. And then up next is my bookmark. I created both of these on a website called canva.com, which was completely free, except for if you want certain images, they're a few dollars. So I made both of those for $1. Here are some of the books that I would use. The activity guide for oceans is a book of activities and science experiments that students can engage in. It also includes informational passages, so that would correlate informational text and reading comprehension. The Animal Camouflage in the Ocean book could be paired with Mr. Seahorse to talk about camouflage. Welcome to the Seashore has a website that correlates with it that includes an interactive food web activity. And the Underwater Alphabet book would be used with the younger students to create an alphabet book where they would list the different animals that they learned about during the reading. Here are some more books that I would use, which I discussed some of those already. The Animal Planet Ocean Animal book is a Kindle version of a book that I thought would be fun to put on the smartboard to be used as an interactive read aloud. And it would be more visual for the students. I would have a guest speaker from the Oklahoma Aquarium and Jinx. They would read aloud books and they would talk about different facts about the ocean animals and habitats and do some fun giveaways. They could also talk about animal conservation efforts. So all the events would take place in the classrooms and library. There would be craft rooms, read alouds from teachers with book-related activities. I would have a guest author, Jennifer Ward, to read her book Somewhere in the Ocean and then engage the students in a reader's theater activity with fun ocean-themed snacks. So to use this project as a way to promote the library and reading classroom as a center for learning would be to obviously enhance the educational climate by the different reading activities. They would motivate and encourage children to read, as well as inspiring them to further their learning through research and more reading. The books and activities will promote lifelong learning by helping the students make connections and applying it to the real world. So this literacy event night would really encourage students to continue their reading and research. I would also want to use this as a way to promote a reading culture in this school. So through the interesting books, students will learn that reading can be fun and engaging. A lot of times students tell me that they think reading is boring, but maybe they haven't read in a way that would be considered fun, or maybe they didn't engage in fun activities. So my event would hopefully inspire them to develop a love for reading and continue their passion and to view reading as engaging and most of all fun. Thank you very much.